The greatest pianist of all times played across America in full halls for years. In Europe, he was known for his exquisite interpretations of Liszt, and in Asia, for his exceptionally dark interpretations of Scarlatti. He was a precocious child, accustomed to fame from a very young age. His first performance was held in the Royal Albert Hall and hosted almost 6,000 people. From this day on, he never played in front of a smaller audience. His decline started with the rise of an unexpected rival. The mechanic piano caught him unprepared. He could not have anticipated that music, played by a machine, could appeal to audience. What beauty, he wondered, could there possibly be without interpretation? His sleep deteriorated as he began to lose his audience to his robotic twin. He grew melancholic and contemplative, and his interpretations of Schubert too sorrowful for any true music lover to listen to. Slowly, one key punch after the other, a thought grew in him. He would destroy the machine. He would give people the present they could not give themselves, liberating them from their own stupidity. And he himself would be free, and his beautiful interpretations would be heard again. One stormy night, he sneaked into the piano's catacomb. He did not satisfy himself with cutting the thing's chords, but felt that he must seize the chance to disfigure it in a way that could never be mended. When he lay in his bed later that night, beautiful music came to his ears. The next night, the concert room looked different to him. The same amount of people were there, 2 elderly women, their drowsy husbands, 3 small children and their vulgar mother, and the same usher that had seen his quick rise to fame and his even quicker demise. But the room felt alive. The curtains shrunk with anticipation. The lighting seemed to distribute a glow instead of the old muffled beam. He paced to the stage, and every step he made shook the wooden floor beneath him. He adjusted his seat, closed his eyes for a second, and when he opened them, his fingers were already scooting the keyboard without waiting for his note. He played so fast it seemed like he had a second pair of hands. Instead of holding the last, famous note, a nessuna cosa, he ended the concert with an agitated stroke, a thing he had never done before. The audience was amazed. The 2 elderly women shook their heads in manifest content. Even their husbands were redeemed from their natural slumber. The children were quiet. Their mother's heavy breathing echoed in the empty space. The only person smiling was the usher, grinning in his corner. The pianist waited for them to leave, and when he finally had the room all for himself, he resumed playing. He played the whole night and continued without rest all through the next day. That night, when it was time for the next concert, he gave the usher a knowing look before entering the stage. The usher smiled and nodded. A big crowd assembled outside, and the pianist had known he had no need for them. He looked at the usher again, and the usher opened the door and let himself out. The pianist could hear the key turn in the knob. He was now free to play for the only creature who could truly understand him.